What's going on, YouTube? Wow, it's Donnie P all day. All right, I'm pretty excited. I've been waiting to get this done. We've had some rain for a few days, and then it got a little chilly, and I really want the experience on this knife to be a full one. This is the Artisan Cutlery Xcellerator. They teamed up with world-class knife designer, knife maker Mike Snowdy, he's actually really awesome. Love that guy. But this thing is super cool. It's the very first folding harpoon style blade, quasi harpoon, because it's more like a cutout, that is built for function in the tip. It's really cool. If you want to see all the specs and everything written up about this blade, go to my first video. The link is below. I'm going to put the link to that video and the link to this knife down below in the description so you can find it. Today is all about let's go use this damn thing. All right, let's get a good look at this thing in the light. Man, it's a really cool knife. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Artisan and Snowdy connection turned out to be a freaking win-win. I'm talking like the kicker, the pyrite, the tigress, the accelerator. My Artisan knife collection is slowly growing, and the reason is because it makes me want more. Every time I use one, I want another one because they're just really good freaking knives. So I'm excited to bring you this one because it surprised me, right? It surprised me in a way that I don't know how, but somebody over there got wind that I don't like harpoon blades, and I talk about why I don't like harpoon blades. And with Mike Snowdy backing them up, I think the people over at Artisan said, let's shut this guy up. And they did a really good job. Well, I mean, not really, because I talk a lot. But man, the gold collars on this is just awesome with the spacer in the rear, and I love that it's a strap hole. But let's first see if it's shave sharp. What do you say? Well, that didn't take long to find out. It's really windy out here, so I got to hold down there. But look at that thing, man. That is razor sharp. That's not just shave sharp. That is razor sharp. All right, so let's see how it does on a push cut 1/2-inch nylon rope. And man, I didn't even have to put a whole lot of pressure into that. That stuff just went. Oh God, this thing's solid. All right, let's do some 4-foot drops. Check the gravity bite. Boop. A little bit of balance. See how that's gonna fall. You can see that the rear has a little bit of weight to it because of that spacer, so it pulls just slightly. But when you're talking about a folder, balance really doesn't matter. So let's do a couple hard downward throws. Ugh. Check that bite, make sure nothing's gonna loosen, see if anything wiggles. Ugh. All right, so golly, that went in a good 1.5 inches right there. That's not bad. Everything is super solid on this. This knife is it's just cool. It's cool. It definitely has that cool factor. Got the leather belt. It's shrinking now. It's becoming a bracelet. But we're gonna fold over this material, giving it 6 layers instead of 4. And let's cut. Whew. Man, that's nice. So now, one of the things that I was boasting about this blade and why I really liked it is functionality, right? When you see a harpoon tip, it does nothing to add to the function of a knife. Because the design of this knife, the function is added in this tip. If I put my finger here, you could see in a normal balance point how the knife just wants to roll forward. That's because all of the weight here in this compound grind up here where they swedge in, there's so much weight in this point right here in that spot that it adds for a downward thrust. So you have this chopping motion. But because of this beautifully done grip style, it leads you the ability to kind of chop. Now this is a folder. You're not supposed to, it's an EDC. This is not supposed to be a chopping tool, but I have faith. So I got the extension cord. You can see all the cables are still in there. And boom. Super, super clean. The fact that I can get such good momentum with this thing is a real testament to what it is. Now this is some good hard sycamore. Let's test this. Let's test this lock. No closing on my hand. I did not break anything or move anything. It still closes and holds. It still opens and holds. Very, very well done. So this is a nice piece of hardwood. Normally when I do like chops on something like this, I'll use a piece of pine fir because it's nice and soft. But I think this, man, this thing is chopping. Holy crap. Wow. This is actually chopping really well. Look at this. You gotta be kidding me. That's what I was talking about. This tip adds to the function of the knife. Holy crap. There's no wobbling, no wiggling, and I don't have any weird spots going on my hand. You don't see any freaky lines from anything. This is masterfully done. This isn't well done. This isn't really good. This is masterfully done. Artisan Cutlery took this design and built the crap out of it. This is freaking awesome, man. I am absolutely stoked with this. Let's see. Let's see. Bam! That just ripped. Bam! Cut a nice little hole in there. Whoa! I can't find anything not to like about it. Design-wise, function-wise. There's nothing like I could usually pick something out. Oh, I love this. I just wish this. Or I love this. I just wish I had that. This knife, I don't have that going on. Let's see. Ooh, that was a miss. Oh, that was a good cut. Bam, that was a better cut. I gotta be careful. These are all thorns. But look at that. Look at that. That is your EDC, guys. Look how thick that is. That is an EDC. You've got to be kidding. Golly, look at those cuts. And that's on a miss. I came down. I didn't come across like I wanted to. Look at that. That just took a chunk out of that. Whew. I am absolutely loving this thing. All right, so let's come over here. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that they sent this to me thinking, you know, here's a guy who says he hates this style. Let's make him love it. They did the right thing. So let's see here. Try not to cut my fingers off. Leather soccer ball. Come on, man. Come on, man. All right, so the plastic netting that has destroyed so many knife edges and made so many knives look stupid. Not this one. Not this one. I have to say, the last one I did too, that pyrite went straight through this stuff like it wasn't even there. I'm telling you, man. Artisan Cutlery, like, they were a really good knife company. Not good knife company. They were really good. But then they just decided, hey, what happens if we get better? And then somebody in the company went, I'm down with that. Let's try. And now they went from really good to super freaking awesome. I'm looking now for a piece of wire, and if I could find one, I'll show you why. Here we go. So you see this cutout right here, right? We're gonna close the knife. Let's say you're a rancher, you own a farm, you have something going on where you have fencing to a pen to kind of keep animals in. See this piece of wire right here? Now let's say you needed to take a wire and turn it into a fence. This little piece right here, that little eye, and that's one of the good things about these kinds of holes. You can literally, if you have land and you use wire fencing, you can use that to bend and twist, and you can pull wires together to mend fences. That's just one of the extra little things that you can get from a knife like that that they don't tell you about in the brochure. It's really, really that good to where it has like surprise functions, I guess you could say, where, you know, just because it's not written in the book, it doesn't mean you can't use it for it, right? So I think that's a good thing when you're talking about knives that have that. And a lot of people like to talk about things like a hole. Oh, I wish it just didn't have holes, or I wish it didn't have this. Those actually have a purpose. They have a purpose other than with this one, because it's not a flipper. Obviously, it's to open and close, but it's even bigger than that. It's more than that. You can use it to mend fencing. I think that's a really, really good thing. All right, let's see. Edge geometry. Yeah, I'd say they punched it in there. I'd say they punched it in there. Whew. Man, it's like they say Wednesday is Prince Spaghetti Day. Whew. I don't know, Artisan Cutlery is like Angel Hair Day. Look at that. Look at that. Telling you guys, if you want to experience a company that you might not own yet, and you're thinking, I need an EDC that is built super freaking great and doesn't break the bank. It's not one of those $400 knife companies where you're paying an astronomical amount of money for something that does the same job as something that isn't an astronomical lot of money. Come on. Come on, man. I mean, what if you took a $500 knife and did that same task that I just did? What would you get better than what just came out? That was flawless execution, flawless results. Literally, you can go ahead and spend $500-600, but what are you getting out of that $500-600 that's going to be it's going to prove to be better than what you just saw? It's going to be the same. Even that, or the other one might be worse. The expensive one might be worse because it can't get better than what you just saw. There's no way. It can't. It's punching through the tire. Okay, that went all the way through, all the way to the end. You can't get better. I mean, what, the whole handle go in? So tell me, when you're talking about a $600 knife, what advantages you have? Because I didn't see any. I didn't see anything. This thing's just over $100. That's it. That's it with this amazing micarta scales that are just beautiful. This thing's built solid. It does anything you need it to. It's strong. It's sharp. It's gonna hold. I don't know if you're gonna come at me with, oh yeah, but the knife made by Cockamamie Custom Knife Maker is way better because it's more expensive. Well, you can show me the price tag. You can show me all day long how much you paid for it, but you got to show me what made it better. I don't know. Oh, because it's got all this fancy materials in it, and it's got titanium, and it's got this, and it's got that, and it's okay. But show me how it was better. That's all I ask. It's not going to be better. They're going to be about the same. It's going to perform pretty much equal to this guy right here, and you can spend another $400 on top of. You could have got like 3 of these, you know, and 3 or 4 of these, as a matter of fact. I don't know. Whew, man, I was so excited to play with this. You know what? I'm not even done. Screw that. I want to do another chop, because there's just something to say about a knife not made for chopping that can chop. And I want to swing it at one of the 1-inch forest trees over here and see if we can't do a lop off on something dangling, which is really hard to cut off while they're moving. Oh, that, my friends, That, my friends, is your EDC folder. Bam! Bam! Come on, man. Show me what that expensive knife did better. If you can't, I get it. I get it. The only thing it did better was it brought in more profits. These guys aren't about, let's see how much we can rake the American people or the people of the world for, because they sell everywhere. These guys are all about, let's see if we can't get somebody a really great knife at a really great price. Ta-da! So I gotta say, man, this thing is not just a win, it's a win-win. This is, woo, butter my biscuits, slap yo mama, all that kind of stuff. This stuff is just, whoo, I am digging it. So this is going to be the only harpoon model that I have where I do not alter it in any way. It's that good. I have a Zilla that has a harpoon tip, a slight harpoon tip that's not altered, but it's because I got two of the exact same model, and one I took down and then gave a nice little cut in the belly. So I did some custom modifications to the knife. This one doesn't need it. It doesn't. This one doesn't need it. This thing is as good as it gets. Telling you guys, you can listen to me say it all day long. You can hear me talk about it, but until you put one in your hands, you just don't know. Go to the links below. See my first video so you can really get an idea of why and how and what's in it. And then go to the link. Just go to the website. Even if this isn't the one you choose, man, I guarantee you there's something that you will want. I guarantee you they are just awesome. This company is, I could say up and coming, but they've already gone up and they've already come. You know, they're just going farther. It's just rise and walk, my son, that kind of thing. And the combination with Mike, I mean, come on, man. They just killed it. Woo! If you ever want another designer to just help me make it. So anyway, that's it for this one. Hi, I'm Donnie B all day. Until next knife.